It's Charlie. My girl,
Flip it like a flippergram, flip it like a flippergram.
make you bump
Flip it like a flippergram, flippergram, flip it like a flippergram. You turn this girl
Girl,
flow.
wind up on my body, girl. Why like it's a carnival? Girl, me love the way you
Wine for
wine for me.
me. They wine so emotional. So wine up for me, body girl. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Your waistline for me.
It's my favorite part.
Baby, you're girl, you a party animal. Girl, you
Woo! Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's entertainment. Here we go. Back for another week of shit. I think we're like on episode 33, right? I think it's episode 33. We got ourselves a nice little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 issue pickup. I will have things timestamped if you only want to see the top 5, because the top 5 I'll probably go into more detail with, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Top 5 I'll go into more detail. The top 3, even more detail in the top 3. But yeah, and then I feel like I want to talk about something else. I feel like I'm wanting to start this off. I got a mosquito bite on my fucking knee. I think I want to bring on maybe a guest or do the podcast like outside of here, you know what I'm saying? Like ask people about comics in the street or something like that, or talk about friends. I think I want to have a conversation about people who watch superhero stuff, but strictly like the movies, and what are their interpretations from them watching movies, and like minds, the comics, and how do they feel? And I want to like hit them with some facts, because some people watch the movies and they think that's the law. No. This is the law. Movies, all that other stuff, that's fugazi, that's all second nature. That's all, no matter how much I love the Batman with Robert Pattinson, The Dark Knight, Batfleck, Michael Keaton, those are all number 2s. You guys only scratch the surface. No one ever really breaks in. So yeah, thinking about wanting to expand out and do something different. I'm seeing there's big news on the way, haven't announced. Probably announce it in my next pod. No. Next month in April. In April, there's big news. Also, I am getting back into filming. I am currently casting right now. Looking for cast members for a film I'm trying to do. But the film I'm trying to do was going to be April, but there's so much happening in April that I am pushing it off into May. So this May, I am filming. This is the poster. It's going to be right here, the casting thing. If you or anybody interested would like to be part of it, it is called Pale Moonlight, is what I am trying to film. In fact, while it's up, I can read you the quick, brief description if you're lazy. So, Pale Moonlight. Here's the summary. 2 detectives are on a hot trail of a very dangerous serial killer. When confronted by a woman who's escaped the killer's grasp, it is up to the detectives Morgan and Jace to stop him. But beware of what lurks under the pale moonlight. Yes, I'm looking currently right now. A casting call shows for these 4 people, but I'm also looking for two other extras in the meantime. So yeah. Had to fix the lens real quick. But yeah, so I'm casting calls. I'm looking for 2 other extras in the meantime. So total of like 6 people. Hit me up in the DMs, in the comments below. Let a dude know what you're interested in. All right, let's get into it. My 9. So Bro, I'm waiting for this run to end. Spider-Man End of the Spider-Verse Part 6. Um, I'm just over it, kind of. I'm just picking it up, waiting for it to end. This one, I'm giving it a nice 6, maybe. Yeah, like a nice 6.5, whatever. Spider-Man Unforgiven. See, bro, the spin-offs, though? The spin-offs are good, my dude. Spin-offs are good. Like Cecily, I'd give this a 7. These Spider-Man spin-offs are just all killing it recently. Bro, Sergeant Rock versus the Army of Dead, the last issue. The last issue is right here. I'm not giving it a rating because I'm gonna do a pod where I rate the entire series, and I'm gonna go issue by issue. Oh my god, I'll probably do that in probably 2 weeks. But look at this cover, insane. It's like a fucking zombified Hitler. Dope. Hallows Eve, the special Alex Ross variant. Ooh, this shit look sexy. Bro, the fact that this was better than both the Spider-Mans is insane. Because this was like a 7 as well. 7.5, maybe. Not even. I'm not giving it that. Um, Now we're in the top fives, my guy. Right? 1, 2, 3. We are in the top fives. Number 5 by Casey Gilly. Right? Yeah, Casey Gilly. Buffy, the Last Vampire Slayer. Ooh, ooh. It's a one-shot special. This though was dope. It was cool. I'm not gonna say it was like amazing or anything like that. It was just cool. It's like Buffy. She's old. Spike. She's like with her and Spike. Buffy has a kid who is a lesbian. Saw that coming. Teaching her how to become a vampire hunter as well. Somebody's after her kid. There's witchery, demons, all this other stuff, and it's like Buffy's, I'm getting too old for this shit, on some Lethal Weapon stuff. Comes back, saves the day. I'd give that a 7.5. It was a good little. If it was an entire series, I probably would not pick it up for like a one shot, cute little one shot. I liked it. It was dope. Oh my God, Jeff Lemire comes in at number 4 this week. Phantom Road, issue 1. Jeff Lemire is incredible. Gabriel H. Walta, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his last name. The art, first of all, really great. So this is about like a truck driver, right? A guy's a truck driver. He's going out, kind of like a deadbeat dad and stuff. He comes home. His wife thinks that he's out cheating, and he's like, "No, I'm just going to drive. I got another route to do or whatever. It's gonna take like a week's turnaround." He's like, "You haven't even said hello to your kid." Blah blah blah. He tries to say hello to his kid. His kid barely acknowledges him. He's like, "I'm gonna bring you another car when I get back." I just assume he's Italian. I don't know why. And he goes. You think that he's falling asleep because he's seeing his reflection as he's driving the whole time. Then he gets like towards the night, and some woman almost hits him or whatever. They both dodge something in the middle of the road. It's like this weird bone-like relic. They get out. He gets out his truck. She gets out her car. They both walk to it. He touches it, and the entire it's not that the entire thing warps. Something happens. It's like the light changes. It like the tone changes. It's like they're in limbo almost, like in purgatory. It was very weird. And when that happens, she starts freaking out immediately. They see like this one person down like into the desert because they were like, it's like they were in like Nevada almost. And he goes, and it's like this fucking phantom, this thing, if you can see. It's like a phantom type of thing. I'm assuming that's what they are. I'm calling them phantoms. And fucking starts attacking him, and he's yelling for help. The fucking girl runs in his truck and locks the door. What a bitch. And he's like pushing this thing off, finally gets it off. He runs to the truck, he gets to the truck, and there's like a horde of them coming. And he's like, open the door, open the door. And she's like, no, I'm not opening the door. And he's like, I'm going to smash the fucking window. And then we're both fucked. She opens the door, he gets in, and then she starts freaking out. She's like, what do we do? What do we do? And he's like, I'm going to, again, I never said I like doing these things. I did it last week, but I'm going to do it again this week because the one-liner he gave I thought was so dope. And I'm a sucker for one-liners, honestly. He's in the freaking, she's like, what are you gonna do? He opens his toolbox, takes a crowbar. He's like, what I got to. And then so, it's so cool, bro. So I love this. This is the part where he goes, where I got to, right? And then the next page is just a splash page saying Phantom Road, dope. And then when you flip that again, he's on some Rick Grimes shit saying, well, what now? Killed all of them. And then to basically continued. Like, it's going to be continued. I thought it was interesting. It was interesting. Again, I said it. I am into the things right now that are not solely focused on superheroes. I am into these comics that are different and entertain me and stimulate my brain in different ways. So I'd give that one. That was close, bro. That was close to making it the top 3. But because I felt like everything was so fast paced, and we got like I felt like there wasn't more story of what was happening. I give it an 8. Honestly, just a solid 8. But dang, didn't make the top 3. Here we go for number 3, bro. This dude has made the top 3 already twice. Issue number 2 by Tom Brayfogle. How I Became a Shoplifter. Oh my god, this shit is hilarious. This issue is so fun. Like, this series is just so funny. The 2 kids that we're like following throughout the entire thing. Again, I'm gonna open it just because I would like to go through it as I'm talking because it's so dope. The art is also just so freaking cool. Like, it's just so dope. And these 2 knuckleheads, Ethan the friend is just they like try to go get a tattoo. So they go to chapter 1. I like how each chapter is like them at a different age. So chapter 4, they're at age 16 now, and they want to go to a tattoo shop, but they can't go to the tattoo shop. I mean, no, they can't go actually. So they get fake IDs, but they like rock bands and all this other stuff, but they can't get. The tattoo artist says that he judges people on tattoos. He's like, I'm not gonna give people a tattoo of like a rock band on anything. So what one of them does is he draws all the bands that he likes, right? And draws them out. So like 37 plus 37 plus 4 question mark, sum 41, clever. There's a dog, 2 little fairies, the pixies. There's a sign that's in green that just says day, green day. It's it's so dope. The cardigans, they offsprings. It was chapter, and then they go in, he's getting the tattoo, but his parents comes and catches him. They stop him mid-tattoo because he was going to get a tattoo of himself, right? He was going to get a tattoo of himself, and on his chest, it was the tattoo of him was going to have the actual tattoo. But then because he fucked up and got interrupted, now he has a tattoo of himself just naked on his shoulder. That was the first chapter. The second chapter, chapter 5, which kind of involves Mindy and Molly, the 2 girls they have a crush on. These 2 chicks. Chapter 5, The Lucrative Lives of Busboys. First of all, I love how each chapter too, it's a different artist. This was my favorite artist for this chapter. It was super detailed. Insane. Love how detailed that all is. But so in that chapter, they're trying to get also, oh yeah, bro, look at how they look. Crazy. In this chapter, they're trying to. They're busboys, and they hate their job, bro. They like cannot stand that they actually work at this place. They're 17 here. This is, I think, probably their first job. They hate that they're working here, so they have a plan to rob the place. And one of the fucking customers hears about it, hears that they're trying to rob the place, and tells another worker. So she goes and tells the manager. And while she's telling the manager, he's like, nah, they wouldn't do that. And so we can stop them. These two, and then they come around the corner, these two dudes in masks with guns, telling them, oh, stop, or we're going to shoot up the joint. And I'm like, no way their life was that bad that they have to rob the restaurant they work in. Sorry, back. So yeah, while they're about to, while they're like sticking them up, the manager's like, I know who you two are. It's you, Shane and Ethan. You guys are not gonna get away with this. Blah blah blah. And one of them lets out a gunfire, and I'm like, oh, they're serious. He shot the manager in the fucking gut, and then it goes like it does not like a little flashback or whatever of them talking about robbing the place. And they got sent to do this. They told to go clean the bathroom, to go bust this table. Now go take out the trash. When them going to take out the trash was the cue for them to go rob the place. When they try to sneak back inside, not to rob, to go still continue working, it wasn't them. It just so happened to be two other people that were robbing the place. And they come out with like champagne bottles and whatever and beat the shit out of these two dudes. Pick up the guns and they come out like heroes, and then they end up going to like this party where everybody was talking about it, and the two girls that they had a crush on, these two, they end up lunging it and they make out and shit. I just think this is just so fun. It's different, and I was just rolling the entire time. The art, that's another thing, bro. When you have an art style that I like, that keeps me in. What keeps me in a lot sometimes is dialogue, but the art always keeps me in. And the fact that it's 3 chapters every issue and it's like 3 different artists, it's like, and the art fits the tone for each chapter. I'm giving this an 8 as well. Tom Brayfogle, this is a great idea. I'll love this. I can't wait for the next issue 3. This is hilarious. Issue number 2. Also, in the timestamps, last time I was doing the timestamps, I was putting like the top 5, and then I would put like the 3. I would timestamp the 3 that made it, and I was putting the issues' names. It should be a surprise. So now I'm gonna put number 2 or number 1 and stuff like that. Damn. Anyways, the issue that made it this time around to number 2, Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider, to be exact. God damn, this was good. First of all, I love Frank Castle as the Punisher. I love him even more when he's Cosmic Ghost Rider. This dude is unstoppable. But it seems in this world, because he's been a herald to Galactus, he's been a herald to somebody else. He's worked with Thanos. He's done a lot of bad, but he's made it up with a lot of good. He's been judge, jury, executioner, and it's like just like every other Punisher type of thing. He tries to retire, tries to stop. He's like on some other planet. He's definitely not on Earth. Working in like a bar that somebody's in. It's like some futuristic type of bar, and they take him in. But the issue starts off with some Ghost Rider destroying some casino on another planet, I think. Destroying a casino, killing everybody there. But it's different. It's the Cosmic Ghost Rider, but in white. He's like a whitish Ghost Rider. Anyways, he's doing all that, and some bounty hunter come looking for him. He's like, where's Frank Castle? Can't trust this dude. bounty hunter fucking kills the dad or whatever. Yeah, sorry again. So yeah, then Frank comes out of the bar and he's like, "What the fuck?" He was like, "No, I've retired. It wasn't me." He was like, "I know what you did. You killed these people. Blah, blah, blah. You killed my family." And Frank is like, "I don't know what information you heard, but Cosmic Ghost Rider has not been around. This is not me." And it ends off in like in a standoff, especially after he killed the dude that Frank didn't want this family to get hurt. So it ends like that, and then it's like another mini series within here of Frank as Cosmic Ghost Rider, and he's fighting off some what he thinks is a dream. He's getting attacked. It's like two little stories. They were good, but yeah, I'd give this an 8.5. I just love seeing Cosmic Ghost Rider. He's so dope. Yeah, it was really good. Oh man, and number one, but the number one for this week. Oh my God, I've been waiting for it. I feel like we've all been waiting for it. 12, Tom King, Greg Smallwood, The Human Target. What a beautiful send off. Oh my God. I didn't think it was true, but Chance is actually dead. The Human Target. And Ice. So, like, the issue starts from how we know from last. Um, Ice is just like crying. It's just there's so much happening. There's so much emotion. She has his ashes. She doesn't know what to do or whatever. And so like the GLA is trying to figure out. She right before I even get into that. In the beginning, he leaves her a note saying, "I need you to do me one more favor. You owe me a solid." She's like, "What? Just do me one more favor." We don't know. That comes full circle at the end. Um, and he starts to talk about that, and then it goes on to panels of like 12 days, 22 days. Now it's over a month. But now, bro, this one was this part was so cool. She's part of the Justice League, so they help do something. They like fought crime doing something. They're cleaning up something, and Jean, the Martian Manhunter, he's lead investigating who killed him, who killed Chance. And she's like, interesting, why you? And he says something about her is like, yeah, we're taking everyone. I'm compiling all the evidence, and she's like, even you are a suspect. And then she does some weird reverse psychology, bro. Makes him question himself because she's like, oh yeah, but you're with this makes a conflict of interest. You can't do that. If anything, I'm going to be the one who's leading the investigation, and I'll be investigating you for this later. But for right now, I'll be investigating Chance's thing, and I'll get back to you later. And Jean is shook. He's just like, what? And so now she's leading the investigation of who killed Chance and the Human Target. And then it comes full circle towards the end of the issue. The end of the issue, she's like interviewing Lex because he's the problem from the beginning for all this shit. And they're talking to Lex is like, oh, why would they have you? Why not the greatest detective? I would assume Batman would be the one leading this. And so she's just doing like little sweet talk with Lex Luthor or whatever. Lex Luthor takes a swig of his drink, and fam, the favor that Chance wanted, it's implied, heavily implied, that she poisons Lex Luthor. That's crazy. Also, another cute thing that was in this issue that I loved. It was just I loved it so much. She goes into the water. She's like in her little bikini. She makes a little ice island like how she did in like the last two issues. And when she makes this island or whatever, Guy Gardner, fucking Green Lantern, comes. He's like, "Hey, babe." She didn't know what to do with his ashes, so she has his ashes in a bottle. Like, "Oh, I know you love me, blah blah blah." And then right when they're about to go in for a kiss, she smashes the bottle of his ashes on his head. And it's one last fuck you to Guy that the Human Target beats him again, even while dead. I fucking loved that. It was so great. Um, I just thought that was amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I'm gonna give this this issue for this week. I'm gonna the Human Target book 12 a 9. I'm gonna give the entire series from 1 through 12 a 9. Or yeah, a 9. It was one of the best runs had going. I gotta thank the boys for putting me on, but this was so freaking good, to be totally honest. I loved it. Um, I hope something in me is telling me he's alive, but they had his ashes. I don't know. I hope we get to see him come back, cause that sucks if he's gone forever. But this was an amazing run. Tom King, you're great. Greg Smallwood. This art is just beautiful, bro. Beautiful. I cannot wait for more. Um, that is the pickup. I got you for next week though. Here's next week's pickup. Here's next week's pickup. We got ourselves an 8-issue pickup. It might vary because it was more, then it was less, but there's some stuff that I like that I don't like, so I'm switching out. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6, number 21. We got Clear, issue number 1, cover A. Fantastic Four, Volume 7, number 5. Here's a new one. Clear was a new one. X-23 Deadly Regenesis number 1. That's another one. Here's another new one. Stoneheart number 1. The X-Men Volume 6 number 20, because it's an Alex Ross Timeless Dark Phoenix variant, like how the Green Goblin variant was here. Then we got two of my favorites. We got Batman Volume 3 number 133. Cannot fucking wait. Then we got Batman the Joker, the Deadly Duo, number 5. That is my pickup for next week. I cannot fucking wait. It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to do it. I do really want to do the interpretation between comics and movies, but I want to do it with somebody. If anybody is down for it, let's talk about it. I might hit up my boy Darren though, see if he's down with it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a whole episode just on Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. That whole series. I'm gonna do a whole episode just focused on that in every issue. That is the pickup of the week. This is the pickup of this week, and I will see you next week. Bye.
She take off the shoes and pound it on floor. Then she start to broke out like a sword. Then she approach.